Imagine if one of the most powerful tools for protecting your health wasn't hidden inside an expensive supplement or a miracle treatment, but was already living inside your body. Trillions of tiny bacteria are working around the clock, shaping your immune system, protecting your digestive tract, and even influencing how your body responds to disease. But here's the shocking part. Every meal you eat either feeds these microscopic defenders or slowly destroys them. Today, you'll discover which gut bacteria scientists are most excited about, the foods that help them thrive, and the simple eating habits that can transform your gut from the inside out. Stay with me, because one small change on your plate could make a bigger difference than you ever imagined. Most people think of the digestive system as nothing more than a place where food is broken down and nutrients are absorbed. While digestion is certainly one of its most important jobs, your gut is also home to one of the most remarkable ecosystems in the human body. Inside your intestines live trillions of microorganisms, including bacteria, fungi, viruses, and other microscopic life forms that together make up what scientists call the gut microbiome. Far from being harmful, many of these organisms are essential partners in maintaining your health. In fact, the number of microbial cells living in your digestive tract rivals the number of human cells in your body. Each species has a specific role, and when they work together in balance, they create an internal environment that supports nearly every major system, from digestion and metabolism to immunity and even brain function. One of the microbiome's most important responsibilities is helping your body digest foods that your own digestive enzymes cannot fully break down. Dietary fibers found in vegetables, fruits, legumes, and whole grains pass through the stomach and small intestine largely undigested. Once these fibers reach the colon, beneficial bacteria ferment them and convert them into valuable compounds known as short-chain fatty acids, including butyrate, acetate, and propionate. These natural substances provide energy for the cells lining the colon, help maintain a healthy intestinal barrier, support normal digestion, and play an important role in regulating inflammation. Without a diverse population of beneficial bacteria, your body would miss out on many of these protective compounds, even if you consumed a healthy diet. The gut microbiome also acts as one of your body's first lines of defense against harmful invaders. Your digestive tract is constantly exposed to bacteria, viruses, and other microbes that enter through food, water, and the environment. Beneficial bacteria help protect you by competing with harmful organisms for nutrients and space, making it much harder for disease-causing microbes to establish themselves. Some friendly bacteria even produce natural antimicrobial substances that limit the growth of unwanted microorganisms. This ongoing competition helps maintain a balanced ecosystem where beneficial species dominate, reducing the risk of infections and supporting a healthier digestive environment. Another fascinating role of the gut microbiome involves its close partnership with your immune system. Around 70% of your immune cells are located within or around your digestive tract, making the gut one of the body's most active immune centers. Beneficial bacteria constantly communicate with these immune cells, helping them distinguish between harmless substances and potential threats. This communication trains the immune system to respond appropriately, reducing unnecessary inflammation while remaining prepared to fight genuine infections. When the balance of gut bacteria is disrupted, this communication can become impaired, increasing the likelihood of chronic inflammation, digestive disorders, and other health challenges. Scientists have also discovered an extraordinary communication network known as the gut-brain axis, which links the digestive system directly with the brain. Through this two-way connection, gut bacteria produce chemical messengers that influence mood, stress responses, memory, and overall mental well-being. Certain beneficial bacteria help produce neurotransmitters such as serotonin and gamma-aminobutyric acid, or GABA, which play important roles in emotional balance and healthy brain function. Although these chemicals serve many roles throughout the body, this growing area of research highlights how the health of your gut can influence far more than digestion alone. The trillions of microbes living inside you are active participants in your daily health, continuously responding to your diet, lifestyle, sleep habits, physical activity, and stress levels, with every choice you make helping shape the balance of this remarkable internal ecosystem. Your digestive system is home to thousands of different species of bacteria, But not all of them play the same role. Some microbes are considered beneficial because they help maintain the balance of your gut ecosystem, while others can contribute to problems when they become too abundant. Scientists have spent years studying which bacteria are most strongly associated with good health, and several have consistently stood out for their ability to support digestion, strengthen the intestinal barrier, regulate inflammation, and assist the immune system. Rather than acting alone, these beneficial bacteria work together as a community, each performing unique tasks that help keep your body functioning efficiently. The greater the diversity of these friendly microbes, the more resilient your gut tends to be against illness, dietary changes, and environmental stress. One of the most fascinating bacteria discovered in recent years is Akkermansia muciniphila. Unlike many other gut microbes that feed primarily on dietary fiber, Akkermansia specializes in consuming mucin, the natural mucus that lines the walls of your intestines. Although this may sound harmful, it actually stimulates your body to continuously produce fresh mucus, strengthening the protective barrier between your bloodstream and the contents of your digestive tract. A healthy mucus layer prevents harmful bacteria, toxins, and partially digested food particles from crossing into areas where they could trigger inflammation. Researchers have found that people with higher levels of Akkermansia often have healthier metabolism, better blood sugar regulation, and lower levels of chronic inflammation. Ongoing studies are also exploring its possible role in supporting healthy aging and improving the body's response to certain medical treatments. Another major group of beneficial bacteria belongs to the Bifidobacterium family. These bacteria are among the earliest microbes to colonize the human gut, beginning shortly after birth, and they continue to play an essential role throughout life. Bifidobacteria excel at breaking down complex carbohydrates and plant fibers that human digestive enzymes cannot fully digest. During this process, they produce beneficial compounds that nourish the cells lining the colon and help maintain a balanced digestive environment. They also help crowd out potentially harmful bacteria by competing for nutrients and living space, making it more difficult for disease-causing microbes to thrive. In addition, bifidobacteria contribute to the production of certain B vitamins and support the normal function of the immune system by helping regulate inflammatory responses. Equally important are members of the Lactobacillus family, which are widely recognized because they naturally occur in fermented foods such as yogurt, kefir, kimchi, sauerkraut, and traditional fermented vegetables. Lactobacillus bacteria convert natural sugars into lactic acid, creating an environment that discourages the growth of many harmful microorganisms. This acidic environment helps maintain microbial balance while supporting efficient digestion. Some lactobacillus strains have also been studied for their ability to reduce occasional bloating, improve lactose digestion in some individuals, and strengthen the intestinal lining. Although different strains have different functions, together they contribute to a healthier and more stable digestive ecosystem. Another remarkable bacterium is Faecalibacterium prausnitzii, often considered one of the most beneficial microbes in the human colon. This bacterium is one of the body's largest producers of butyrate, a short-chain fatty acid that serves as the primary energy source for the cells lining the large intestine. Butyrate helps maintain the integrity of the intestinal barrier, supports normal cell renewal, and promotes a balanced immune response. Healthy levels of Faecalibacterium are commonly associated with lower levels of intestinal inflammation and better overall digestive health. Scientists continue to study how this bacterium and other beneficial microbes interact with the immune system, influence metabolism, and contribute to long-term wellness, demonstrating that a thriving gut microbiome depends not on one superbacterium, but on a diverse community of beneficial organisms working together every single day. One of the most exciting areas of modern medical research is the relationship between the gut microbiome and cancer. Scientists have discovered that the trillions of microorganisms living inside the digestive tract do far more than help digest food. They also influence the immune system, regulate inflammation, protect the intestinal barrier, and produce compounds that affect cells throughout the body. Because the immune system plays a crucial role in identifying and destroying abnormal cells, researchers have become increasingly interested in understanding how beneficial gut bacteria may help support the body's natural defenses. While this research is advancing rapidly, it is important to understand that no single bacterium or food has been proven to cure or eliminate cancer. Instead, A healthy microbiome appears to be one important factor that may contribute to overall health and may influence how the body responds to certain medical treatments. The immune system constantly patrols the body, searching for viruses, bacteria, damaged cells, and abnormal cells that could become harmful. Beneficial gut bacteria help educate and regulate immune cells, ensuring they respond appropriately to genuine threats without creating unnecessary inflammation. Around 70% of the body's immune tissue is located in and around the digestive tract, making the gut one of the most important centers of immune activity. Friendly bacteria communicate with immune cells through chemical signals, helping them mature, function efficiently, and maintain balance. When the microbiome is healthy and diverse, this communication network tends to operate more effectively. However, when beneficial bacteria decline and harmful microbes become more dominant, chronic inflammation may increase, potentially creating conditions that are less supportive of long-term health. Chronic inflammation has become a major focus in cancer research because it can contribute to ongoing cellular damage over time. Unlike short-term inflammation, which helps the body heal after injury or infection, chronic low-grade inflammation can persist for months or even years. This prolonged inflammatory state may damage DNA, interfere with normal cell repair processes, and create an environment that supports disease development. Beneficial gut bacteria help produce anti-inflammatory compounds, particularly short-chain fatty acids like butyrate, which nourish the cells lining the colon and help maintain a strong intestinal barrier. A healthy gut lining prevents harmful substances, toxins, and bacteria from leaking into the bloodstream, reducing unnecessary immune activation and supporting a more balanced inflammatory response throughout the body. Researchers have also been studying how the gut microbiome affects cancer treatment, especially immunotherapy, a type of treatment that helps the immune system recognize and attack cancer cells more effectively. Several studies have found that patients with a greater diversity of beneficial gut bacteria, including species such as Akkermansia muciniphila, Bifidobacterium, and Fecalibacterium, sometimes respond better to certain immunotherapy treatments than patients with less diverse microbiomes. Scientists believe these bacteria may help strengthen communication between the gut and the immune system, allowing immune cells to become more active and responsive during treatment. Although these findings are promising, they do not mean that eating specific foods or taking probiotics can replace medical care or guarantee improved treatment outcomes. Much more research is still underway to understand exactly how these bacteria influence the body's response to different types of cancer therapies. The encouraging news is that many of the same habits known to support a healthy gut microbiome are also associated with better overall health. Eating a diet rich in vegetables, fruits, legumes, whole grains, nuts, seeds, and other fiber-rich foods provides nourishment for beneficial bacteria, allowing them to produce protective compounds that support the digestive system and immune function. Regular physical activity, quality sleep, stress management, avoiding tobacco, limiting excessive alcohol, and maintaining a healthy body weight all contribute to a healthier internal environment. Rather than relying on a single superfood or miracle solution, current scientific evidence suggests that consistently supporting the diversity and balance of your gut microbiome may help strengthen your body's natural defenses while complementing evidence-based medical care and healthy lifestyle choices. If beneficial gut bacteria are some of your body's greatest allies, then the food you eat every day determines whether these microscopic helpers grow stronger or slowly disappear. Unlike human cells, many of the healthiest gut bacteria depend on nutrients that come directly from your diet, especially different types of dietary fiber and naturally occurring plant compounds. When these bacteria receive the nourishment they need, they multiply, become more diverse, and produce substances that help protect the intestinal lining, support digestion, regulate inflammation, and strengthen the immune system. On the other hand, when the diet is low in fiber and dominated by highly processed foods, beneficial bacteria lose their primary food source, allowing less desirable microbes to become more common. This is why nutrition experts often say that you are not only feeding yourself, you are also feeding the trillions of microorganisms living inside your digestive system. One of the most important food groups for gut health is fiber-rich vegetables. Vegetables such as broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, cauliflower, Carrots, spinach, kale, Swiss chard, and leafy greens contain complex fibers that travel through the digestive tract without being fully broken down by human enzymes. Once these fibers reach the large intestine, beneficial bacteria ferment them into short-chain fatty acids like butyrate, acetate, and propionate. These compounds nourish the cells lining the colon, strengthen the intestinal barrier, and help maintain a balanced inflammatory response. Eating a variety of colorful vegetables also provides different forms of fiber, ensuring that many different species of beneficial bacteria receive the nutrients they need to thrive. Beans, lentils, chickpeas, peas, and other legumes are among the most powerful foods for building a healthy microbiome. They contain large amounts of soluble fiber and resistant starch, both of which are favorite fuel sources for beneficial bacteria. As these fibers are fermented, they encourage the growth of important microbes such as Bifidobacterium and Faecalibacterium prausnitzii. Legumes are also naturally rich in plant-based protein, vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, making them an excellent addition to meals several times each week. For individuals who are not used to eating legumes, gradually increasing intake while drinking plenty of water can help the digestive system adapt more comfortably. Whole grains also play a major role in nourishing beneficial gut bacteria. Foods such as oats, barley, brown rice, quinoa, whole wheat, rye, and millet contain fiber that remains largely intact during digestion. Oats and barley are especially rich in beta-glucans, a type of soluble fiber that has been studied for its ability to support heart health while also feeding beneficial microbes. Choosing whole grains instead of refined grains allows more of the natural fiber to reach the colon, where it becomes nourishment for the microbiome rather than being removed during food processing. Another excellent way to support your gut is by including fermented foods in your regular diet. Yogurt with live cultures, kefir, sauerkraut, kimchi, miso, tempeh, and traditionally fermented vegetables naturally contain beneficial microorganisms produced during fermentation. While not every bacterium survives the journey through the digestive tract, fermented foods can still help increase microbial diversity and create a healthier intestinal environment. These foods have been enjoyed in traditional diets around the world for centuries and remain an important source of naturally occurring probiotics. Certain foods are especially valuable because they contain prebiotics, which are specific types of fiber that beneficial bacteria use as fuel. Garlic, onions, leeks, asparagus, chicory root, Jerusalem artichokes, bananas, apples, and oats are among the richest natural sources. In addition, fruits, berries, nuts, seeds, extra virgin olive oil, green tea, and cocoa provide polyphenols, natural plant compounds that many beneficial bacteria can transform into health-supporting substances. By regularly filling your plate with a wide variety of fiber-rich plants, fermented foods, and prebiotic ingredients, you create an environment where beneficial bacteria can flourish, helping your digestive system remain balanced while supporting immune function, metabolic health, and the strength of your intestinal barrier through everyday nutrition. Building a healthy gut microbiome is not only about eating the right foods, it is also about avoiding the daily habits that slowly weaken the beneficial bacteria living inside your digestive system. The gut microbiome is constantly changing, responding to everything from the meals you eat and the medications you take to the amount of sleep you get and the stress you experience. Every day, your lifestyle either encourages a diverse, balanced community of beneficial microbes or creates an environment where harmful bacteria become more dominant. Because these changes happen gradually, many people do not realize their gut health has been declining until digestive discomfort, low energy, or other health concerns begin to appear. Understanding which everyday habits damage your microbiome is one of the first steps toward protecting it. One of the biggest threats to beneficial gut bacteria is a diet filled with ultra-processed foods. These foods often contain refined flour, added sugars, unhealthy fats, artificial flavorings, preservatives, and emulsifiers, while providing very little fiber. Since beneficial bacteria rely heavily on fiber as their primary source of nourishment, a low-fiber diet essentially starves them over time. At the same time, certain harmful bacteria can thrive on diets rich in processed foods and refined carbohydrates, gradually disrupting the natural balance of the microbiome. Regular consumption of packaged snacks, sugary breakfast cereals, processed meats, fast food, and highly refined baked goods has been associated with reduced microbial diversity, which is considered an important marker of poor gut health. Excess sugar is another common factor that can negatively influence the balance of bacteria in the digestive tract. Diets high in sugary beverages, candy, desserts, and sweetened processed foods may encourage the growth of less beneficial microbes, while reducing populations of bacteria that produce protective compounds like short-chain fatty acids. Large amounts of added sugar may also contribute to increased inflammation and metabolic changes that affect both the digestive system and the immune system. Although naturally occurring sugars found in whole fruits come packaged with fiber, vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, heavily processed sources of added sugar provide calories with very little nutritional value for either you or your beneficial gut bacteria. Another powerful influence on the microbiome is chronic stress. The digestive system and the brain communicate continuously through a network known as the gut-brain axis. When you experience ongoing stress, your body releases hormones such as cortisol and adrenaline, which can alter digestion, affect intestinal movement, and change the environment in which gut bacteria live. Chronic stress has been linked to reduced microbial diversity, increased intestinal permeability, and greater inflammation throughout the body. Many people notice digestive symptoms such as bloating, stomach discomfort, or irregular bowel habits during stressful periods, demonstrating just how closely emotional well-being and gut health are connected. Poor sleep also has a surprisingly strong effect on the microbiome. During healthy sleep, the body performs countless repair processes, including those that support the digestive system and immune function. Research suggests that even a few nights of inadequate or disrupted sleep may alter the balance of gut bacteria and increase inflammatory activity. Shift work, irregular sleep schedules, and consistently getting too little sleep may gradually contribute to microbial imbalance. Prioritizing 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep each night helps maintain not only energy and mental performance, but also the health of the trillions of beneficial microbes that support your body. Finally, unnecessary antibiotic use, excessive alcohol consumption, smoking, and a sedentary lifestyle can all reduce the diversity of beneficial bacteria. Antibiotics are life-saving medications when prescribed for bacterial infections, but they also eliminate many helpful microbes along with harmful ones. This is why antibiotics should only be used when medically necessary and exactly as directed by a healthcare professional. Excessive alcohol and tobacco smoke can damage the intestinal lining and create an environment that favors less desirable bacteria, while physical inactivity may also contribute to reduced microbial diversity. Protecting your gut microbiome is often less about making dramatic changes and more about avoiding these everyday habits that gradually weaken the beneficial bacteria your body depends on for digestion, immune support, and overall health. Supporting your gut microbiome does not require expensive supplements, complicated detox programs, or extreme diets. In reality, the healthiest gut bacteria respond best to simple, consistent habits repeated every day. Your microbiome is constantly adapting to your lifestyle, meaning that every meal, every hour of sleep, every walk you take, and every healthy choice sends signals that shape the community of microorganisms living inside your digestive system. While one healthy meal will not instantly transform your gut, small daily actions practiced over weeks and months can gradually increase the diversity of beneficial bacteria, strengthen the intestinal barrier, improve digestion, and support your immune system. The goal is not perfection, but creating an environment where beneficial microbes can thrive naturally. A healthy daily routine can begin as soon as you wake up. Starting the morning with a glass of water helps replace fluids lost overnight and supports normal digestive function. Staying properly hydrated throughout the day allows fiber to move more effectively through the digestive tract, promoting comfortable bowel movements and creating a healthier environment for beneficial bacteria. Some people also enjoy beginning the day with a fiber-rich breakfast, such as oatmeal topped with berries, chia seeds, flax seeds, or sliced apples. These foods provide soluble fiber and natural plant compounds that become fuel for beneficial gut microbes as they travel through the digestive system. Choosing whole foods instead of sugary breakfast cereals or heavily processed pastries gives your microbiome a much stronger nutritional foundation from the very beginning of the day. Each meal offers another opportunity to nourish your gut bacteria. Filling at least half of your plate with colorful vegetables provides a wide variety of fibers that different bacterial species can use for energy. Adding beans, lentils, chickpeas, or peas several times each week supplies resistant starch and additional prebiotic fibers that encourage the growth of beneficial bacteria such as Bifidobacterium and Faecalibacterium prausnitzii. Replacing refined grains with whole grains like oats, barley, brown rice, quinoa, or whole wheat allows more fiber to reach the colon, where it is fermented into short-chain fatty acids that help maintain a healthy intestinal lining. Including fresh fruits, nuts, and seeds throughout the day further increases microbial diversity by providing antioxidants, vitamins, minerals, healthy fats, and natural polyphenols that beneficial bacteria convert into compounds that support overall health. Including fermented foods as part of your regular eating pattern can also contribute to a balanced gut ecosystem. Yogurt with live cultures, kefir, sauerkraut, kimchi, miso, and traditionally fermented vegetables introduce beneficial microorganisms and create conditions that support a healthier digestive environment. Pairing fermented foods with prebiotic-rich foods such as garlic, onions, asparagus, bananas, oats, and leeks gives these helpful bacteria the nourishment they need to grow and remain active. This combination of probiotics and prebiotics is often described as working together to promote a more balanced and resilient microbiome. Physical activity is another essential part of a gut-friendly lifestyle. Regular movement stimulates healthy digestion, supports normal bowel function, and has been associated with greater microbial diversity in several studies. You do not need intense workouts to experience these benefits. A brisk 30-minute walk, cycling, swimming, gardening, or light strength training performed most days of the week can all support both digestive health and overall well-being. Equally important is managing stress through activities such as deep breathing, meditation, spending time outdoors, or enjoying meaningful social connections. Since the gut and brain communicate constantly through the gut-brain axis, lowering chronic stress can positively influence the balance of your microbiome. Quality sleep completes this daily routine by allowing both your body and your gut to recover. Consistently getting 7 to 9 hours of restful sleep helps regulate hormones, supports immune function, and contributes to a healthier microbial environment. Avoiding unnecessary antibiotics, limiting ultra-processed foods, reducing added sugars, staying hydrated, and maintaining these simple habits day after day allows beneficial bacteria to flourish naturally, creating a stronger digestive system that supports healthy metabolism, balanced immune function, reduced inflammation, and overall long-term wellness through steady, consistent lifestyle choices.